Good morning, my friends. I forgot. I wanted to come on and say good morning earlier, but completely forgot. And then our day got started with a bang. It is Pee Week here at Miss Jones. So and our week got screwed up. We missed the first 2 days. So today we are making homemade pizza for lunch. So we are getting started on the dough. We are using the Busy Kitchen dough, of course. That way I can eat the pizza for lunch too without having to spend too many points. I haven't had breakfast yet because we wanted to get this dough going and get it rising. So I will be back to show you my breakfast. Okay, our pizza dough is rising. Our pizza sauce is made. So I am having breakfast. I have a 3-point English muffin with 1 egg. I have 1 slice of American cheese that I get from the deli and 1 slice of Canadian bacon. So it is 3 points for the English muffin, 1 point for the cheese, 0 for the egg on blue, 0 for the Canadian bacon on all plans because it's just 1 piece, and some Cara orange. So on blue, I'm looking at 4 points for breakfast, purple, 4 points, and green, 6 points. It is time to finish up our pizzas. We are saucing them up, and then we're gonna put some cheese on them and get them in the oven because I think somebody's not hungry, but they just wanna be held today. So I broke out the sling that I used to use with my boys and put this little guy in it, and he's very happy right now. Okay, everybody is laying down. They're not asleep yet, but they're laying down. So I am going to finish off everybody's pizza that we had for lunch. So normally it's about 7 points for the whole thing. This is only 3/4 of one, but I'm still going to give it 7 points. If you notice this little blue area, what I did when they were making them is I took food coloring and I just touched a little section of the dough, and everybody was assigned a color, so we knew whose pizza was whose, because you gotta have your own. So that is gonna be my lunch today. Okay, the babies are sleeping, so I need to get a few things done. I went to start dinner right after I made the pizza crust, or the babies made the pizza crust. I did another half batch of crust for our taco pie tonight. So that's rising now. And then I went to start prepping the meat. I want to get the whole pie made because I have a doctor's appointment tonight. So I want to get dinner made so Doug can pop it in the oven when I'm on my way home. And I realized I'm out of taco seasoning. So I need to make some taco seasoning. So I thought I would bring you along while I made it and show you how I do it. So I'm gonna just angle you down without you falling, I hope. And we're gonna get started. Now the original recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of cumin. I'm not a huge fan of cumin, so I do cut that down a little bit. Instead of using a 1/4 cup, I use 3 tablespoons. Give or take, not an exact science. So 3 tablespoons of cumin. Whoops. There we go, now I can get it in there. And then a 1/4 cup of kosher salt. And once again, I am going to knock that down a little bit. About 3 tablespoons. Then 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Make sure it's not garlic salt, but garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of black pepper. And then 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. Make sure it is smoked paprika. That does make a big difference. That's it. Then you just mix it all up. I like making my own because number one, I know what's in it. Number two, I can control the amount of spices in it. If you want it a little spicy, if you like your taco seasoning spicy, add some cayenne to it. Add a little chili powder to it. But I like to do my own because, like I said, I like a little less cumin, a little less salt. There you go. That's it. Homemade taco seasoning. And I just store it in a little mason jar and it's ready to go. And there you have it, a whole jar of taco seasoning. I forgot to say that you use 3 tablespoons per 1 pound of meat. You can't see me. Oh well. So while I was doing the taco seasoning, I figured I might as well replenish everything else that is out. So I am going to make some cream of mushroom soup mix. And I do this and I do cream of chicken soup mix. Then that way I don't have to buy the Campbell's cans. So the first thing you need for the mushroom are dried mushrooms. You can get these at most larger grocery stores, Asian grocery stores. I think I got these off of Amazon. You need some instant low-fat, non-fat dry milk, cornstarch, thyme, black pepper, basil, parsley, garlic powder, and a beef base. Like that's just, you know, the granulated beef stock. So the first thing I have my mushrooms in a bowl. I'm just gonna kind of break them up. You can put them through the food processor, but I just like to kind of rough chop them. Not even chopping them, I'm breaking them because they're already in the bowl. They do smell a little funky, I'm not gonna lie. Now, if your family does not like chunks of mushrooms in things, definitely run them through the food processor. Then you get the taste, but not the chunks. Okay. To that, we're going to add, did I say there was a ½ ounce? There's a ½ ounce in there. And to that, I'm going to add 2 cups of my non-fat dry milk. All of my good measuring cups are in the dishwasher. Two cups of dry milk. Then we are going to add 3/4 cup of cornstarch, which I probably do not have enough in this jar. I'm probably gonna have to go to the downstairs pantry and get some. Let's see. Oh yeah. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're back in business. 3/4 cup of cornstarch. And then we are going to add 1/4 cup of the beef base. Now, I prefer to use low sodium, but when I got this, it was right in the middle of COVID, and I was lucky to find this. This was one of the things that apparently was very hard to get during COVID. So I could not find the low sodium. I'm guessing that you could easily substitute chicken base for the beef base. I'm not a huge fan of this measuring cup. gonna start with our spices. Tablespoon of thyme. And I will put this recipe up on my website under other. And I will give you the points when I'm all done. Because I have to look them up. Tablespoon of basil. Half a tablespoon or 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper. Teaspoon of parsley. And a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then just mix it on up. And that's all there is to it. Then when you go to use this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stir 1/3 of a cup of this mixture with 1¼ cups of boiling water in a saucepan. Personally, I just throw this in, throw the water on top of it, whisk it, and bring it to a boil until it gets thick. Over low. And then I put the lid on and I let it sit for a couple minutes just so the mushrooms get nice and soft. And this makes about 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Or that, I mean, the recipe that I just gave you, the 1/3 cup of this makes about a can of soup. So you can replace it in any recipe, or you can just eat a bowl of soup. And I just store it in a glass mason jar like I store everything, and I write right on the top what it is, and then I put 1/3 cup to 1¼ cup of water. That way I have the directions and I always know exactly what I'm doing. So there's our cream of mushroom soup. Now, while I have the big mess going on the counter, as you can see, and while everybody's still sleeping, I'm gonna check my chicken soup and see if I need to mix up more of that. I believe I do. Let's check that out, and if I need that, we'll make some of that too. So as I suspected, out of cream of chicken. So might as well make that too, right? So what we need for the cream of chicken, 2 cups, again, of the non-fat dry milk. Uh-oh. I'll be back. Okay, back in business. I apologize for the lighting. I think the lighting's really off. But I have all the blinds closed because of the baby sleeping. Okay, there we go. 2 cups non-fat dry milk. Then 2½ cups all-purpose flour. This was my mama's flour scoop. I love it. There's actually a measurement on there. It says, what does it say? Level, full, 1/4 cup. Yeah, I'm not using that to measure. So we need 2½ cups of this. Every measuring cup I own is in the dishwasher. We used a lot of measuring today when we were cooking, me and the babies. Then we need a 1/4 cup of chicken base or chicken bouillon. And then we need some pepper. I'm choosing to use white pepper just because this is a light soup mix. You can 100% use black pepper, but I have the white pepper, I might as well use it. 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper or pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of dry thyme. And then 1 teaspoon of basil. Mix it up, and that is it. Now, are these more economical than buying cans? I truly don't know. I buy everything in bulk. Most of my dry goods I buy in bulk. So it may be a little cheaper for me, but the draw for me is that I know what's in it. And I usually have this all on hand and I don't run out. You know, I don't go to make a recipe and realize I don't have something. I don't have a can of soup or whatever. But the big draw is just, I think it's just a little bit healthier. So there we go. When you do the chicken, it is a 1/2 cup of mix to 1 1/4 cup of water. And 1 mix of that makes a can. And I think I calculated, I'm gonna have to look. I think I calculated that 1 mix, the whole thing is 6 points on all plans. I have to look that up. I think that's what it was. Let's see if I have it written down here. Yep, 6 points. And this recipe will make 9 to 10 cans of soup. So I'm gonna finish fitting this in the jar, maybe. See if it all fits. And that's that. I got it all in. Can you believe it? I just had to kind of push it down and it totally fit. So in just about 10 minutes, I mean, it takes me longer when I film. I got 10 cans of cream of chicken soup. I got probably about 10 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And lots of taco seasoning made. So not a lot of effort. And for us, it's a pretty good payoff. So just thought I would share that with you. Because you know I like to talk to you guys. So I am gonna get this mess cleaned up before any little people wake up. It is dinner time, and dinner tonight is taco pie. Now I decided to have a bigger serving, so this is 8 points. And it is 8 points on all plans. And I have 3 points worth of tortilla chips. And I'm gonna put 1 point's worth of queso cheese on there. And this will be a 12-point dinner tonight. Well, that is it for me tonight. I tapped out 23 out of 23 points today. Which is fine. That's what they're there for. So I am going to call it a night. I am going to get my pajamas on, get this video done, and try to get to bed early because those kids wore me out today. So that was everything I ate today. And I'm calling it a night. Oh, my doctor's appointment. I think I mentioned I was going to the doctor's. All good. Everything was fine. So that's always good to hear. I will hopefully be back with a full day of eating tomorrow. It all depends on what happens with our day. So hopefully then, and then Friday, I will see you for the menu plan and grocery haul. I will let you know how our monthly shopping is going. Oh wait, there's no grocery haul on Friday. I still have a whole nother week before I can get more produce. That's gonna be a problem. But we're working through it. We got this. It'll definitely be easier in the summer when the garden's going on. Gosh, I miss that. So anyway, I will hopefully be back tomorrow. If I do not see you tomorrow, I will 100% be back on Friday with menu plan and no grocery haul. Have a great night, everyone, and thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me.